Oh, my buttons are all messed up. Anyway, so how's everyone doing? It is Sunday, time for our, AMA. You ask some questions and hopefully we try to get them answered. Red Putts and Fudweiser, I'm not sure where they are. They're hiding somewhere. Who knows? There was a Roblox update this morning for Bitcoin miner beta, so maybe they're over there. Some new GPUs released, things like that. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I still haven't even checked it out yet, so we'll see what it's looking like. But that's a totally different channel altogether. That's for the gaming channel. That's content for that. We are talking about real mining right now. Toxic Miner, what's up? So let's do a roll call. Oh, not too many people today on this Sunday. We got Zapire. What's going on? Elvatis, Jokabatis. What's happening? So did you get what's called? Elvatis, did you get all your I guess what the heck were we talking about? What was the coin yesterday? I'm still on and I forgot its name. Veriscoin. Did you get all your Veriscoin stuff sorted out now? Ethan Westfield, what's happening? Chirish, what's going on, Chirish? Skirm, what's happening, Skirm's a pirate. Creators Coin, financial failure. Hey, that's all of us right now. That's, yeah, it sucks. Anyway, Ogre MGTOW, Spitfire, what's happening? Dan Ruggs Ledger. So we're going to look into something here. I think Dan is pretty soon. You might have to change your name to just Dan Ruggs Hardware Wallets or something, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens here. So Pirate, what's going on? Okay, scrolling through. Crypto Perks, what's going on? Welcome. Financial oh, I'm just repeating everyone again because everyone's just talking away. The Tank, what's going on, Tank? Tech Man, what is going on? Golden Wolf in the house. Yeah, a bunch of hearts. So how's everyone doing? Looks like there's a RPM raid rolling in. So everyone that's coming in from Panda, welcome. Much appreciated for sure. What's going on over there today? I slept in today. I have I don't know. I'm not prepared for today at all. I woke up. I'm just like, wow, what time is it? And I was like, okay, wow, this is crazy, crazy times. Yeah, so we're just going to go through some things here, kind of look at profitability of stuff. On hashrate.no, I actually looked at Pepe price today because I was like, I don't know what Pepe's doing. And it was down, a decent amount. But the profitability is up. So either this isn't instant updated, it says time frame current, or we lost a bunch of hash rate on the coin because it was actually a mixture between, oh my gosh, it's like Pepe right across the board. I'm trying not to laugh today, but this is where we are. If you were here yesterday, you know what I mean. I could not stop laughing seeing a meme. Well, I don't want to be mean to meme coins because Dogecoin is a meme coin, as we all know, but Dogecoin has a lot more value than 98% of the other cryptos out there. Why? Because you can actually use it to buy stuff. People accept Dogecoin. So Dogecoin is a meme that's in its own entire league compared to other memes. These other memes are just garbage. Anyway, so moving on. We got Pepe here. Is freaking almost at $2 on a 4090. That's insane. That's crazy. That's awesome. But yeah, craziness. What do we got? 4080 is over $1. 3740. Obviously, the 4000 series is just awesome. I wonder what a 4060 is doing on these things right now. It's not updated here on hash rate, but 3090s at 48 cents. We have 4060s right here. 4060 Ti. Okay. 45 cents. So, just under 3090. So not too shabby there. But yeah, Pepe's across the board. Now let's just kind of look at the price of good old Pepe right now. What are you looking at, Pepe? There's Pepe. Coming into Pepe. Oh, so yeah, so we actually lost about a terahash on the coin. Here it looks like it's giving you the big middle finger, but it's not. Price is still down. There's 4078. So I remember when I first looked at this last week, I was like, hey, Pepe coin, yeah, look at this. It's kind of profitable. If you want to mine it, do so at your own risk, mine to the exchange or something. But it's actually up quite a bit from that, but it's down quite a bit from the past few days. So we're at 4078 here, and it actually went up to, if I go into my chart here, we can come down, and we can kind of see here that Pepe coin this is the bottom one right here. This is actually Pepe. It was at 3 zeros and a 1, and it actually made it up to 3 zeros and a 3 or a 4 at its all-time high. We're already talking about an all-time high, which was 2 days ago. Oh, crazy. But what are we at right now? So we're at 478. So let's just adjust this now to 4078. Enter. 32,000. Not too bad. That's actually paying where's my GPU coin now? It's not updated, but when I last looked at it, where's all of that close to So here we have this 40, 30. What we got? Let's go back to that 32,000. So it's about on this level. So this is not totally up to date at all. This is all mixed around everywhere. Okay, so it's paying more than Flux, more than Lithium, Nexa. But again, I got to update all this. But it's paying a decent amount. Now, it's not that much, you know, especially when we're comparing things to Ethereum Classic and, you know, pre-Ethereum and stuff like that. But it's paying a decent amount to miners, which is crazy. But we are at that 4.7 terahash. So I'm just going to adjust this down now. We are at 3.68. I always just go with the highest number that they have here. So 3.68. Let's just drop this down. We're going to go 368. 368. Bam! 35 cents there. Current price, 41. All right, so it's about 35 cents on, let's see what this hash rate.no is telling us for 3070. Where is 3070? 3070, 25 cents. Ironfish. Whoa! It just updated as soon as I clicked on it. So Ironfish is looking more profitable than Peppy. I just better go back into this and do a refresh on the entire GPU category here. Now let's look for a 3070. 3070. Where are you? 3070. That's laptop. 10 cents on Ironfish. Whoa, everything just totally just tanked there all of a sudden. So I guess we just had an update, but it's still looking a lot better than what hashrate.no is telling us. So, you know, either mine it or don't. We have to actually, that's before power. What's this telling us it is before power? So revenue is 24 cents before power, 3 cents after power. I actually got 35 cents. So did I mess up a number or something here? Did a block reward reduction happen or something? But based on the current price, why isn't this doing what it's supposed to? Current price and hash rate, 41 mega hash, unless they're saying you're getting less mega hash. Regardless, doesn't matter. My spreadsheet is saying we're going to be getting a little more than what hashrate.no is telling us, which is why I prefer my spreadsheet anyway, because depending when you set up your numbers, it's based on current right now. So yeah, we'll see. I'm mining Peppy since 5 days. Think it has potential. Hey, there you go, Gunner. Are you mining to your own wallet or are you mining to an exchange? Play it, man. I got my stuff on Peppy through Zerg. Give me BTC or LTC auto swap. Hey, how is Zerg Pool paying? How is it doing actually on, I guess, how's Zerg Pool paying for Peppy Pal? Because I still don't know how, like Zerg Pool, like the background fees, because there's all this swapping going on depending on, you know, the exchange that they're swapping on. They use multiple exchanges, but then you got the withdrawal fees to come out. So I don't know if there's any back-end deals with certain exchanges when it comes to stuff like that with some mining pools. Maybe there is. They get lower fees or something, but I don't know how all those fees work out in the back end and what people are actually getting charged and things like that. Zerg's paying awesome if you use LTC. Okay, so it pays off. Well, LTC, that makes sense though, because we always say LTC is a money mover. So withdrawal fees out of exchanges is very cheap when it comes to Litecoin. So it makes sense that Litecoin would be good because it's very cheap to pull out of an exchange and then pay everybody. So, you know, that makes a lot of sense that LTC would actually be good. But yeah, I don't understand. Remember, if we look at Bitcoin, it can vary huge amounts depending on the pool you try to withdraw from. A lot of the major pools, Binance, whatever, and so on, a lot of their money comes from when people withdraw. They have cheap trading fees on their platform. So you're swapping coins away. Awesome. Don't think nothing of it. Then you want to pull the coins out, go to your own wallet. You withdraw some Bitcoin. And depending on the exchange you do, and a lot of people don't even pay attention to those withdrawal fees of an exchange. And that's where you get hammered on. And people think, oh, I lost this much and I lost that much. But like, you know, some take like upwards of like $40 to $50, you know, 0.001 or something Bitcoin as a fee. Then you get whatever's on top of that actually goes to your wallet. And other ones use like 0.0001 and stuff. And, you know, it works out to be like 70 cents, 80 cents, and so on. So there's like a 70 cents, depending on the price of Bitcoin, obviously, upwards to like $40 of a withdrawal fee difference, depending on the exchange. So that's where, you know, it's a big thing. You really got to pay attention to where you're withdrawing from. And it does make sense to swap to Litecoin for a lot of these things. Move to because if you want Bitcoin, move it to an exchange that has a low withdrawal fee. I believe it's Kraken now that does have the lowest, but TradeOgre has a very low one as well, and I have no issues just using TradeOgre for it because it has a lot of my supported coins like Dero and Raptorium and all sorts of other coins that I use. So TradeOgre is a nice one-stop shop for me, but they have very low withdrawal fees. So pay attention to that, and Litecoin is a great coin to move around exchanges because they all have really low withdrawal fees usually when it comes to Litecoin. So yeah, just a little pro tip there for moving coins around different exchanges and so on, and withdrawing. Always pay attention. Look for a withdrawal fee before you even use an exchange, and look at the volumes between different coins. But this brings me to my next thing. So if you guys remember hardware wallets, Ledger's dropped a bomb on everyone about their subscribed service, and then they wanted to allegedly forever they said your keys will never leave your hardware device unless you're not very smart and you click on third-party scam links, and then you download fake ledgers, import your seed phrase into the fake ledger lives and stuff, and then obviously you get hacked. But always get everything from official sources and websites. Don't just click on random ads. Don't even click on ads. Even if it shows up in Google and it says sponsored or ad, don't even click on that, because scammers are even running ads that look like the legit site. So always use like the legit site, nothing that's promoted for anywhere or anything. So yeah, another thing there. But so Ledger entered the subscription service for people that they lose their seed phrase, they lost it, can't get a hold of it, things like that. Help more users out there, but it also affects everybody. And now you have the ability to opt in, which allows the seed phrase to actually leave your device. It goes to 3 different servers, broken into thirds, and you need all 3 to do something. You get one part of it, don't matter, because you need all 24. Regardless, the ability to lose your for your phrase and everything to leave the device is a thing now. And now they did revert back and canceled that due to outrage, but the point is the damage is done. It can happen. They no longer have the past however many years they've been doing business with their ledger is now all a lie. They're starting from day one all over again, and yeah, it's over. So you can lose that. Now, we did talk about Trezor a while back about the first devices hackable. Do you guys remember that? If you guys, a lot of you guys that watch all the live streams and are here all the time, we talked about Trezor. It was the older version. And if you pull it apart, you can actually, I don't know what you do. You jump it or something, you do something inside of it internally with the chips itself. If you get hands on, like you steal someone's Trezor or something, I'm not saying do that, but just in case you lose it or someone picks it up and they open it up, there's a way to, through the chips, do that. Now in the new versions, it was supposed to be fixed allegedly. Now it looks like it never was. So is Trezor even that safe as well? Now remember, you have to have the device physically, but here there is cybersecurity firm hacks Trezor hardware wallets using a 3-year-old exploit, which is the one I just kind of mentioned to you. It is on YouTube if you want to verify how it actually works. Someone did it live. Well, actually, it wasn't live. They made a video of hacking it like 2 or 3 years ago when this was thing, and that's when I brought it to you that this is happening. But supposedly it's fixed in newer ones, but now it looks like it's not even fixed in newer ones. So I might have to remove my Trezor link as well because it's not 100%. None of these are actually 100% safe at the end of the day, I don't think anymore. But where you go? On May 24th, the team posted a video of them extracting the wallet's mnemonic seed phrase or private keys. Cryptocurrency recovery firm took the Trezor apart to remove the internal circuit board it connected to its lab equipment, with enabled the extraction of the device's firmware, which is pretty much, what they did on the very early models that we mentioned to you. And we said, okay, it's supposed to be fixed in the new one. Well, it's not. They did it again in the latest versions of their wallets. So, obviously we got to do our own research, look into this some more and see exactly what's going on. But be very careful. Now, this is if it gets stolen or something. So, I don't know. A lot of people, when they have a hardware wallet, they usually have 2 and it's backed up. So, say one day you lose your wallet and, someone picks up. Number one, first, someone has to know what the heck this device is, which is very rare because there aren't that many people into crypto in the world yet. And number two, if it's someone that knows what it is, they got to figure out what the heck they got to do to even break into it or whatever. Or right off the get-go, most people are like, okay, well, this is garbage. I can't do anything with it. It's a hardware wallet, So the odds of you losing yours and then someone being able to hack it is going to be very, very low. But most people have backups anyway. So say in case you did lose it, does look like there's a small chance that it could be hacked. You could just, restore something, restore your wallet on there, on your backup device. Obviously, move all your coins to something else. Make a new seed phrase on your backup device, restore it from scratch, start over, and then send your coins back to it and you're safe. You don't have to worry about the other one. So there's lots of options and things around things, but, it is possible that I guess someone could take everything off your current Trezor, even the latest versions, but obviously they have to know what they're doing, and they have to have it hands-on. They have to have your device at their place doing this. So, yeah. What's this? Watch the language. Someone being bad? Who's being bad? I heard someone was being bad. Yeah, change chip and bypass seed phrase. Who do you mean? Something's going on there. Safest wallet these days is Trojan Pepe wallet. Well, supposedly it sounds like the latest version of the Pepe wallet. It should be safe now. I believe Chump and Yeti went through the latest version. Is it version 3 or something now? I don't even know. But I would still recommend, this is Pepe coin. Most likely, I doubt we're holding it. Some people might be, but most of you guys are probably dumping it. So you're exchange mining anyway. I'm almost up in the air. If it continues decently like this, maybe I will start mining. But at that point, it's probably over and done with. This is just the current fad, and then it's just going to die off and not be a thing at all. So you know what, early in mine, dump before. You never know. We don't know what's happening with these crypto coins actually. I don't know. Trezor still seems like the best bet for altcoins, at least. That's very true. They do. I know Tangem obviously is out there. They're the ones with the card. And there's a whole bunch of different if, ands, and outs about there. It's on your cell phone. Is it safe? Your cell phone is one of your unsecured devices in the world, pretty much. Very hackable, yada, yada. But at the same time, it's just like your seed phrase on paper. You can't do anything at all. You can look at your balances. If someone hacks your phone, yeah, they can see your balances and everything just fine. They can't do anything unless they actually have your cards. And that's one of the big things about those cards is, unlike a seed phrase where, you just write it down. Now, some people might have it in a fireproof, waterproof something vault. Most people probably don't, and it's just sitting there on a piece of paper, maybe in a closet or in a book or something. We don't know, but that is probably one of the least secure ways to actually hold your seed, because it's paper. It gets wet, it's going to just tear apart. It does this, it's going to tear apart. So these cards are actually waterproof. Well, I don't know how fireproof they are. They eventually melt if they're in fire long enough, I would imagine. But you kind of go through it. So, they can survive floods and things. And you need the card to actually do something. So, that might be a best bet there. And they are actually trying to cater to a lot of altcoins. It sounds like, what is it? They got Caspa on there now. There's a bunch of other coins on there. I actually messaged them. I told them to get Raptorium and a few other coins on there. They're really trying to jump on and get as many coins onto this thing as they can, which is good. But also, it comes down to a security thing. How fast are they implementing these things? We got to keep in mind, too. If you look back at Ledger's track record, I don't even know if Ergo is fully implemented yet. But I do believe you can get Ergo on there now through Nautilus. But, they have a long thing because they verify everything throughout. So, step one when getting onto a ledger is, we see it everywhere. Caspa's going to be on Ledger soon. This is going to be on Ledger soon. It's not. It's nowhere. If they're just talking about it now, it's not going to be on there for a very long time. So first, everyone has to get together and they got to make the app for the ledger, or maybe it's just a third-party wallet. A lot of these, use the third-party wallets like Monero XMR. You got to run your own node, but you link it through your private keys to your ledger. That's how you get your Monero wallet. Same thing as for CKB. So they do this third-party thing, but once the app or /core wallet is implemented, then it goes into the long part. This is where Ledger themselves actually have to verify. And that could take at least a year on a slow day or a slow time. So once some people start saying, yeah, we got the app ready, or this we're ready, or this we submitted it to Ledger, you got at least a 1 year wait until they start actually dropping things down, because they really got to go through everything. Now, I'm not trying to back Ledger, but I'm just saying, that's kind of the process they had, because they go through every hole and stuff that they can to make sure stuff's safe. Because remember, if Ledger ever gets hacked, anyone ever loses coins legitly through Ledger, it's game over. So that's something we got to kind of keep in the back of our mind. So now if we have something else, implement the coins very fast, Are they bypassing a few steps that they might be overlooking, and it could hurt long term, 2-3 years down the road? Oops, we didn't really check that kind of hole there. Oops. So, we have that thing we got to kind of keep in the back of our mind as well. Secure C, what's going on? Can you please show some dust filters for ASIC miners? That is a great question. I don't actually have any right now. I've been kind of looking into it, but I don't know what to get. But yeah, so on that Bitcoin miner I just put together to silence it, there is another attachment which you can get, a duct intake attachment or something. It's like a big square, and you can just, again, put that onto one of those silencers or something, and then it attaches a filter to that. So you suck in only clean air. Now, I don't know model numbers or names or anything for those, so I can't really help you out for that, but there are people in Discord that do use those things and do it. So actually, you know what, let's see, maybe we can find something on Google. Remember, we have Google friend here as well. People say Google knows everything. I really don't think so. Google, what does Google know? I'm just kidding. So I don't even know. I don't even know what to type in here. 8-inch vent, 8-inch, let's go 8-inch vent intake filter something. 8-inch vent filter, cuttable air filter. No, don't want that, don't want that. Need like a big industrial or something. AC vent filters, bad idea. Yeah, I don't know. 8-inch vent filter intake, let's go ASIC miner. No, no, no. I don't even know what to look up for this thing. All I know is that it'll link onto it. It'll be like, you probably have to make it hodgepodge, like something like this maybe. You get your normal 8-inch, I'm not saying this one, but you get a normal 8-inch vent thing, and then maybe you screw it onto like a big square type of filter holder, and then you can probably plop a filter or something in. There's a lot of ways around to be able to do it. I don't know exactly what it's called, but yeah. And then you can just get in your super HEPA filters and whatever the heck you want that fits the size of whatever you installed there. Is PepiPow really brand new, or did they convert a Pepicoin into POW? It's new. Like Pepicoin, this is not the real Pepicoin. And the Pepicoin everyone's talking about, that's been pumping, but now it's been going downhill. Obviously, this is what happens with pumps and dumps. But the Pepicoin everyone's talking about, that's not even the real Pepicoin either. The original OG Pepicoin is a few years old now. It's been going up, down. Now we have this new Pepicoin that someone just forked. That's what happens with these ERC20 tokens. You can just make a token like nothing and then pump the crap out of it, and hopefully people buy it, and then you dump all your coins. That's pretty much their strategy here. And then we got, and now we have PepiPow. And that's pretty much just another fork out of some algorithm. I don't really know what it's forked from. I guess if we went to GitHub, you could probably find it. And then they just named it PepiPow. It's nothing to do with the Pepi project or anything at all. It's just a PepiPow coin made by somebody. So nothing is really linked together at all. It's just random forks and token creations here and there. So yeah, this is pretty much someone trying to capitalize on the recent Pepi pumps, and the Pepi pump isn't even related to the original Pepi coin itself. So yeah, interesting stuff. Wallet in a VM, of course. Yes, obviously throw wallets in a VM. Now there are other issues there. I believe Yeti touched up on it when we had him. We were talking to him sometime there a while back. But even in VMs, you got to keep in mind, there are some Trojans and viruses out there that are really bad. And the really bad ones, they can get into your entire network, even through a VM. A VM is just kind of safeguarding your PC, by having its own little mini PC built within its own like virtual PC, I guess, inside of it. But there are ones that can get out into your network, and they'll affect every single thing you can on your entire network. It'll affect every computer, every PC, every miner. That's kind of what was going on with a lot of the L3 Plus and ASIC. There was that virus going along. You remember that? A long time ago when I was talking about my L3 Plus I got from Fudweiser, it had that virus, and that's how it spread in between ASIC miners, was through the networks. And it went into each ASIC, kind of pretty much fried the control board. It put it everywhere. started, this is almost like a bot attack, and it mined to this one guy's wallet address, and the only way to actually fix it is get a new control board. You couldn't reflash it, you couldn't do anything, whether it's with an SD card or through the firmware GUI itself. You had to, the only fix was a new frickin' what's it called, control board there. But there was a guy who figured out a way to zap it, but if you mess up in any way or too much volts, you fry the control board anyway. So you can try that as a last resort, I guess, and then get a new one. But we got to keep in mind, there's, just because you're in a VM doesn't mean that you're still safe. What do we got? Question about Caspa. What's the deal with max supply? Everyone says OTS, the same as Bitcoin tokenomics, but seeing 28 billion max. Brian Robertson. So the tokenomics is nowhere near Bitcoin to start with. Zero Bitcoin tokenomics. I don't know, whoever says it's just like Bitcoin tokenomics has no idea how tokenomics of either coin must work. So let's take a look at the Caspa tokenomics. Caspa tokenomics. Actually, we'll look at Bitcoin and Caspa tokenomics if I can find it. You know what? Maybe I just go to the Caspa website. Caspa emission schedule. We'll go to that one right here. Now let's see if we can find Bitcoin. Bitcoin tokenomics. How is tokenomics? Why is it important? Yada yada. Want a Bitcoin, Ethereum? Don't care about Ethereum. Wish I could see Bitcoin halvings. I guess we can start from that. Maybe it's something in that just to get an idea of the previous ones. 21 million. Yeah, what is Bitcoin having? Definition. Why does it work? Maybe it's something in there. But let's look at Caspa. Let's take a look at Caspa right now and kind of see if we can figure out this situation. Where's the best one? This one, I guess. All right, so here's Caspa emission schedule. Obviously, it says so right here, so I'm not lying. So here's the first, I guess. What do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. So the first 6 months on Caspa, half a year, the block reward was 500 for 6 months. That's obviously the first people mining this in the first 6 months got the most amount of Caspa. That's when the hash rate was the lowest, and so on. That's where all the rich whales are right now. Right here, the first 6 months of Caspa. From that point on, it starts reducing every single month. Here we can see now we're in, what is it, the 5th month of 2022. So that's May. So we got May 8th here, 2022. We're down to 440. It dropped 60 block reward. Following month, and now from this point on, every single month, the Caspa rewards will reduce every month. And it does work out to be an actual full halving event every 1 year. So example, from this day right here, May 8th, 2022, in theory, on May 8th of 2023, we should be at 50% less of a block reward, 250 around that. And here we can see we're at 220. So it's actually went more than a halving right here. So that's that. But from this point on, every single month, and until the Caspa has been totally minted, from this day forward, it is now happening every month, a block reduction. And we're seeing that right now. It's been going on all day. So you got 440, then it goes down to 415, 391, yada, yada, yada. Now, where are we right now? We're in, the 5th month. We're right here. So we're sitting right here, right now. We're at 220 of a block reward right now. And then next month, it's going to go to 207. And then the following month, 195, 185. And here you can see another year. Is that right? So we got 5/8/23. Where's 5/8/24? I guess 5/7. So 110. So you can see 1 year apart, 220, 110. So in 2024, May in 2024, 1 year from now, we're going to be at 110 from 220. But instead of having at a set date or set block, it's happening every month, which works out to a halving every year. Now, Bitcoin, it has a full halving event, but it doesn't happen every 4 years. So right now we're at like 12 point, what are we at? No, not 12. I wish we were at 12 right now, but we're at 6.25 or something right now. And in 2024, next year is the next halving, and it's going to be cut right in half. But it gets cut right in half every 4 years. So next year will be year 4 here, and it's going to drop down to 3 point whatever the full halving is of right now, 6.25 or whatever. So it's going to drop that, and then from 24 it's going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So in 2028, 4 years later, it's going to drop from 3 point whatever down to 1 point something. So Bitcoin halves every 4 years, a full halving, where Caspa is actually halving every freaking year, and it's happening on monthly schedule. So it's happening very, very fast here, 4 times faster than Bitcoin, if you want to put it that way. So now we're looking at, so let's just kind of look here. So where are we? We're only in the second year right now. That's crazy. So we're in year 2 of Caspa 220. And if we actually go all the way down, so people are saying, Caspa is going to be fully mined. There's no more Caspa to mine in 2024 or 2025. That's not the case. This actually, the emission schedule goes all the way up until 2037. 2037. Caspa is mineable. Well, it'll always be mineable because then you have transaction stuff, but it does go all the way till 2037. That's a long time of minting, but you can see what the block rewards are looking at way here. So here's 15 years later at the time. Remember, we're in year 1 or just starting year 2 now, but the block reward is only 0.02. Not very much Caspa. And this is when, obviously we're going to have we're probably going to have like 1 petahash ASICs or something. Maybe more. We're going to have like 1 exahash ASICs or something released in 15 years time mining this coin. It's going to be crazy, but we can just see how fast that block reward and emission schedule is. It's happening very, very fast. So now, actually, we can look in. So right now we're at 220. And August, is it August that the ASICs are the KS3 is supposed to drop sometime in August, I think. So that is, let's see here, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's about this time right here. So the block reward when the KS3s drop is 184. So we're already down about 36, 37.1 blocks or something of a block reward per block. So that is actually a reduction of, what is that actually? 37. Let's just say, I'm just going to do this quick math. 220 minus 184.99. So yeah, that's 35. So we times that now by 1 second block times. So that is 8640. So Caspa is actually going to be 302,486 Caspa less Caspa being mined per 24 hours when this drops. So if we look at the current price, how much is that coming out of the total pool right now? That's current price. We don't know what the price will be in a couple months. That's highly skepticism. What is the current price Caspa? Let's just find, where is my thingamajigger? Oh my gosh. Nope. What is it? I can't find it. Where's mining pool stats? I lost mining pool stats. So let's go to Caspa here. Current price of Caspa is hanging out at, I guess, 1 cent, 0.175. So times that by 0.175. So that's about $5,293 less per day being sent out to miners by the time these miners even release, which, it doesn't sound like too much, but it is a lot. And then remember, those rewards are going to keep dropping every single month after that. So the emission schedule it's nothing like Bitcoin. It's going to be, it's dropping very fast. I guess we can look at total supply and things like that and kind of match that. But what do we got here? You guys are talking away. What did I miss? Can you please, we went through the dust filter things. I'm a hodler. Question about Caspa. That's where we ended up. So what do we got next? Paper bill. I'd take the time to mine under Linux before I would use more than one hive rig. Would have LAN help with attack like yours? What do we got here? Yeah, sure, that's different than Bitcoin, but I'm not sure why people keep saying it mirrors Bitcoin or the structure is the same as Bitcoin. Either way, I got my single 3900X on it while it's low. You're mining with a CPU right now still? It's still possible, but I'm not sure how good a CPU would be doing right now. So the whole Bitcoin thing, why is Caspa being compared to Bitcoin, is because every project, I guess it's not the project, it's not the devs, because the devs are smarter than most users because they made this coin. They know what they're doing. Now it's the users and the people that believe in these coins that are coming out with these things. Oh, this is going to beat Bitcoin. This is the same as Bitcoin. ASICs were on Bitcoin, so this is just going to do that's going to be the same. It's everyone's always trying to compare themselves and saying they're going to be the same as Bitcoin or better. That's pretty much what's going on. Really, reality, you can't compare one coin with another coin. They're all different. They're all trying to do different things, or most coins are actually doing the same thing, saying they're going to be different or why they're different. It comes down to the users. It's not the coin themselves that are saying they are the next Bitcoin or anything. So that's probably where you're hearing all the, same as Bitcoin things, because the ASICs are coming on board. So the long-term believers still believe in, with Rust and what Caspa's doing and a fast blockchain, that it's going to be on par with Bitcoin in terms of price or, profitability or spikes or whatever. So that's probably all that's going on there. Reality, there's nothing that can compare to Bitcoin in my eyes, but we'll see what happens. I've moved off Caspa, but hopefully I get my KS0 on time. Financial failure. So you got a KS0 on Rock. So yeah, keep us updated. See if that thing shows up. When's the expected shipping and stuff? Curious about that. If your PC is idling, then at least get Caspa. It's not profitable, but I'm getting 25 Caspa a day. Oh, interesting. That's actually not too bad. Imagine if Caspa goes to $1, that's $25 a day in theory. If you do a virtual network in your real existing home network, the affected ASICs would be on its own network, limiting spread, but I don't know how it got affected in the first place. So let's say you're I don't know what's going on over here right now. Gunner, okay, you guys are just talking about affecting stuff. All right, so what other thing do we have? Oh yeah, see, now we're talking about all these ASICs and stuff. Look at this guy. I'm sure you guys know about this guy. You guys know about this guy? Yeah. Who knows about this guy? So, it does say expected delivery date July 2023. Now, what are we at? We're in May 28th. So June 5th, which is actually, where are we at here? Go to this. June 5th is 8 days away. So a little over a week. Whoever got these actually really early in pre-order, June 5th is actually batch one. Batch one of the X16s are actually finally shipping in a week. So, if you guys got in early on these things, you're about to get some nice, darn sweet, nice miners about to drop on your doorstep here soon. Now, the current batches that are currently being pre-ordered and everything right now, this is for the July batches. I think this is batch 2 or 3 for July. I think that's batch 2, but batch 1 is shipping in just 8 days. So that's going to be pretty insane here. Jingle Mining is the official source of JazzMiner and what are they called? I want to say Sunloon. It is Sunloon, but JazzMiner, Sunloon, kind of the same company. But Jingle Mining is actually like the partnered seller out of them. Everyone else is just straight third party. These guys are actually part of the whole JazzMiner thing getting shipped out. So they're like their store, I guess you could say. But, it's saying $3,099, but the shipping is pretty high. And if you guys are looking for these miners, I mentioned it before, contact me in Discord, link in the description to get into my Discord, DM me, but I can save you, like, probably, depending where you live, upwards of possibly 50% on shipping than ordering it from their website. Now, I do have a referral link and everything in the description with a discount code, but I think by getting you that drop in shipping prices, it's probably better than using the 1% discount. So I just wanted to point out that this thing is actually shipping very soon. The very early people are going to be getting theirs very soon, and this is coming. So this thing is now confirmed that it is a ZIL miner. It can mine ETC, EF, FW, everything. It has 8 gigabytes of memory. So it can mine anything ETC hash, anything ETH hash, and it also dual mines with ZIL. It also loads that DAG file about 3 to 5 minutes, which is the same as an iPollo, unlike the X4s and the Qs previous versions that took like 33 minutes or something, and they're only 5 gigabytes. So this thing is huge. What's probably Well, it is the most efficient E-slash miner that you can buy. You know, the E9 Pro sucks compared to this thing. Now, you're getting a lot of volume, and if you have cheap power, you are better off to just get the E9 Pro personally, because, you know, it is a little cheaper. You're getting twice the hash, but it uses a lot more power. Now, two of these is using half the power with the same amount of hash as the E9 Pro, but it comes down to your power price. That's why I'm saying this is the best miner, because most residential miners out there, you know, you guys don't have 3-cent power, 4-cent power, where it doesn't matter. You're running 10-cent power or higher, you're definitely going to want to run efficient, and this is, you know, you can't get more efficient than what this thing is said to do. You know, 1.8 gigahash at 630 watts. That's insane. That's like with the E9 Pro, I said it's 2.6 gigahash or something. It's coming in at, or actually it's what, 3.6 or 3.2 or something, E9 Pro. This thing, two of these, is coming in at 1260 watts and doing the same hash rate as a, you know, 2000 plus watt miner in forms of the E9 Pro. So it's pretty insane, the efficiency of this thing. This has an extra gigabyte of RAM over the E9 Pro at 8 gigabytes, but those things are shipping. So, you know, if you were early on those things, you're going to be getting yours very, very soon. And that's the one thing, though, I am curious about, though, because I'm curious how the hash rate will be. So we always talk about a safe ASIC, safe FPGA, safe whatever. And, you know, KA3s destroyed Cadena miners. You know, it's not worth mining Cadena unless you have a KA3. That's pretty much what it came down to. Unless you're a home miner, you can still get away with one box miner because you don't care about your power. But, you know, if you're building a farm or something to mine Cadena, it just doesn't make sense to mine with anything other than the KA3. It destroyed it. And we have, you know, it's happened on a lot of coins. It's about to happen on CAS, but KS3s, everything else is pretty much going to come offline depending on power price. If you have 3-4 cent power, it probably won't matter. But most of us miners, as home residential miners, you know, we have at least 10 cent plus power, and even 10 and 11 cents is cheap to most of the miners out there that are mining from home. So, you know, it comes down to the efficiency and these algorithms just getting slammed with everything. And, you know, I still think Ethash and ETC is one of the safer algorithms for these miners because, yeah, we're going to see these new miners. They just dropped, but I don't think we're going to see massive spikes hit ETC. We're not going to see massive spikes hit FW. We're not going to see massive spikes hit all these things. We're just seeing a nice progression in efficiency here. So some older stuff might come offline, some GPUs might slowly more come offline, and then that just keeps everything kind of even. But now we're mining with a little more profit because we are dropping our power bill down. So I think this is probably one of the safer bets to go leading into the next bull run. But we'll see what happens because, again, we don't know what coins are actually going to pump or not. But I'm pumped. You know, I'm up in the air right now. I have two things because I did do, where is it? Where's hash to watt stuff? Epic deal, revenue per watt. So yeah, I don't know if you guys seen this sheet. I'm still working on a video for this, but where's the right button here? I can't find it. Oh man, they all suck. This one? No, maybe it was this one. Yeah, we'll go with this one. So this one seems to work. I have too many buttons, guys. I apologize. But look at the revenue for watt. So we have a 7950. Do I have the? Yeah, I have the X16 key here. Look at this. This is 0.007698, and I think it's actually a little bit higher now because prices were down a little bit when I did this. But look at this, 0.007698. This is where I'm talking limited power, limited everything. Now, obviously, the 7950X is higher. The 7742 is even higher, and then the E300 so far is currently the highest of what I have on my list here. But you can see the 4090, we got the L7. Now what I mean by this is, now if you take, this is how much money you're potentially making per watt of power used. Now we're just going to look at the X16 here for an example. Remember, it's only 600. You need a couple of these things to get equal up to an L7, which is 3,425 watts. But if we take, you know, 0.007698, now I'm going to times that by the L7 power. So 3424. So now if you're using the same amount of power with the X16 mining Ethash, you're actually making $26.35 a day, where the L7 is only making $22. So you're actually, you know, about $4 more profitable stacking the same amount of power of X16s to, you know, the L7 type of thing. So this is what I look into. Yeah, it's going to cost a little more money and stuff, but this is how you can maximize. That's what I'm all about. I'm about maximizing my earnings per power, because I am power limited. So I want to make as much as I possibly can on the power I have. And that's why this situation, if you have megawatts of power and unlimited power, you have 400 amps, 600 amps, whatever, you know, you're not really that power limited unless you're loaded up on ASIC. So, you know, you can just buy the cheapest hardware you can find and be okay with it and just throw it online. Myself, I'm limited to 60 watts. I will take miners offline if it's making less per watt. I maximize my farm's abilities by, I do spend a little more money to do so in the process, but I'm also making the most amount that I can per watt of power that I use. So does that kind of make a little bit of sense for you guys? And the X16 is right near the top in terms of power per watt compared. Did I have the, I gotta see actually, did I have the, I don't have the E9 Pro in there. I'm gonna have to update this and actually look at the E9 Pro. I'm gonna get a bunch of different miners in there and compare things together. But you know, that's another way I'm looking at things on. Because I'm up in the air and I'm like, how am I gonna expand my farm forward? I need to, obviously, I want to maximize my mining profitability. Now we all think, oh well, this coin could pump, that coin could pump. But I'm looking for what's going to be the most consistent, highest rate of pay miners that I can get on my farm per watt of power that I can use. So that's just the way I'm looking at things. I would wait for JazzMiner to hit the ground and maybe either buy it for 1K or wait for new ASICs. It depends on the JazzMiner. Remember, we're almost done. Cheap ASICs time is probably almost over. That's one thing we got to keep in our mind. We're getting used to this. Everyone's getting used to this now, thinking this is the new normal. The bull run is coming to an end now, guys. So, you know, we still have about a year and a half yet, but, you know, sometime end of next summer, crypto prices are going to start going up. The Bitcoin halving is around May or June or something of next year. Usually about 3 or 4 months after that is when we start seeing the increase of Bitcoin, and the prices keep climbing from there, leading into 2025 when we hit all-time highs. But sometime, you know, end of summer next year, everything is going to start getting more costly. Right now is the time that you really want to get your stuff. So I don't think this is the jazz miners right now, for example. We're not going to see them at 1K anytime within the next year. We're going to see them start to go up probably from this point. And the next time we're going to have a chance at anything is probably going to be end of 2026, mid 2027. That's when the next bear market's going to hit. And that's your next chance to see what's all online, what's all out there, and all the ASICs and everything will start dropping in price again. But we are getting really close to that line where nothing's going to be cheap anymore. Well, GPUs still might be cheap. We don't know. That's still unsituated. But when it comes to the ASICs, you know, that's usually where we're going to see things. I don't think we're going to see a huge scalper GPU market this year. So it might be fairly decent leading into that. So we can probably get a GPU whenever we want if things start pumping. But when it comes to ASICs, that's the major thing here, which we see huge price fluxes, and I think the end of cheap ASICs is almost coming to an end here in probably 6 months. We'll see what happens though. If you don't wiggle cables to make sure, then a hook will get burned. Yeah, I talk about connectors and stuff there. Yeah, whatever's going on there, make sure those connectors are tight. Wiggle them, push them, do whatever you got to do a bunch of times. Make sure they're tight because you don't want anything loose, because that's how fires start. All right, so what do we got here? People are very smart when 4.5K involved. Very true, and nobody will buy because they are not stupid. What are we talking about? Where are we at here? Spend 3,000, mine till the bull run hits, sell miner for 45. That's very interesting. Like, I don't know. I'm curious what's going to happen. People were buying L3 pluses in the last bull run for like, I don't even know, $2,000. You could buy them for like $50 to $100 now. Previous to that, you could buy them for $50, $100. So yeah, people buy ASIC when things are making money. People seem to have no problems overpaying for all sorts of things. So yeah, some people do buy things when they're cheap, and they do sell them in the bull runs and stuff because people buy them. I don't know why. Look at all the people that came in buying GPUs for, you know, almost freaking $1,500 for a 3070 when ETH was profitable. People do this like crazy. They mad FOMO like crazy. And now we kind of see what's going on. But we know we do get smarter as time goes by, and we see these cycles. Remember, each cycle brings in a new influx of people. So the market, the crypto, I guess, communities in general slowly get larger and larger as well as each cycle emerges, because more new people are coming in. So we have to take our time and educate this to them. So yeah, cheap ASICs are going to start getting very expensive. And the sad thing is people do buy them for absurd prices because they are profitable at that time, but not realizing that it is not different this time, and the bear market is going to follow right along behind it again. Building 2 more 7950X rigs to replace my 23900X rigs. Nice. What are you replacing? Did they break? What are you doing with your, what happened to your 23900X? Why are you replacing them? That sucks. Chirish, what's going on there? That's cool you're building 2 7950X rigs, but why are they replacing 23900? Unless it's a power thing, you're just moving to more efficiency. You know, I can jump on board with that. You know, I do things like that all the time. The PSU cable is out of power. Yes, okay, that makes sense. You're out of power. You know, that's the move to make for sure. You know, I see what's going on there. It's totally understandable. Yeah, I know, but somehow RTX 4090 is F by NVIDIA. Yeah, the 4090 is currently the best GPU for mining, but you guys got to keep in mind, maybe a lot of people forget about things like 2 days after people say things, but when NVIDIA first dropped the 4090, they said, we're done. Like, they're not even trying to fix these things at all or make them better or anything. They're like, we're done. We're focusing on 5000 series. They still didn't even drop the 4080s or the 4070s, and now just released the 4060. But those weren't even on the announcement schedules yet. And they already said, we're done with the 4000 series. We're moving to the 5000 series because they're kind of scared that AMD might be a little too close to them. They wanted a larger gap and stuff. So that's what's kind of going on there, and they weren't really expecting the way the mining kind of came out and stuff. So they're really focusing hard on the 5000 series now, and that's why I also feel 5000 series is probably going to be pretty darn good when it comes to mining. So keep an eye out there. If you're trying to just hodl away and you're trying to pick up some GPUs, you might want to wait for the 5000 series. The 5090 is probably going to be a beast, and then, you know, the 5070 might be the next beast, and so on. We don't know, but they're really going to be focusing hard on their 5000 series. And the 5000 series is about like the previous 3000 series. It's dropping around the same time frame that the 3000 did just prior, right when that bull run started to pick up. So it's going to be a prime GPU to really probably get your hands on in terms of efficiencies and mining for that next bull run. So keep an eye on that next year. But one thing we can also keep an eye, if they do the same scheduling, and we're going to be about peak bull run time in 2025, we might just be able to sneak in a 6090 if they release it earlier enough by that bull run. But, you know, by the time the 6070s and stuff start dropping, we're probably going to start ramping down the crypto markets again. So the 5000 series, I still feel, is probably going to be the prime GPUs that you're going to want to get if you want to maintain GPU profitability. But again, it's way too early to tell. We don't know how they're going to perform or anything. It's just speculation, but just basing things on timelines and how they're emerging, how NVIDIA is really trying to crack down on their 5000 series, it's going to be interesting. What do we got here? Yeah, I think I'm just waiting for 5000. I don't plan on picking up anything AMD yet. Nothing 3000 series, even if prices start dropping. If anything, I'm going to wait for maybe if prices pick up a little. I'd probably try to sell most of my stuff, keep one of everything for testing, for YouTube purposes. But, you know, in order to actually get new hardware for GPUs, I am probably just holding off, and I'm waiting for that 5000 series because I don't think it's going to be worth it, even if you get them cheap enough. Like, that's the same thing, you know, you can get things really cheap, you can expand, it'll be awesome, but like I said, you know, power limited. I don't have massive farm here to deal with. I don't have massive amounts of power. I can't do that. I got to be very picky, and that's where I just went through, you know, looking at how much I can make per watt. And, you know, future GPUs, they're more efficient every time. So, you know, I got to be very picky. And I think, you know, in terms of GPUs, I am only going to get 5000 series leading into that next bull run for that very reason. But we got to wait and see how they actually perform still for sure. A wall of 7950X rigs with no GPUs yet is a magical place to be in. That's awesome. You know, that's that is a very great way to look at things, Chirish. That's how I that's how I pretty much want to look, honestly. That's how I feel my farm is going to be leading into that next bull run. Will probably be just a wall of probably CPUs and then I might have a GPU or something testing something out. Who knows? We'll see if proof of useful work becomes a thing or not then, but we still don't know. Looking to buy my first ASIC. Power is always an issue. What would be some good options for me to research? Z06. I don't know. Like, you know, if we're looking at this right when the L7's released, well, they're overpriced because it was just before the bull market, but like I do have this up here. I'm wondering, I'm gonna update these. How's this one looking now? 11. What's this looking like? Okay, so now that's saying 12. I don't know. I would say, you know, you're a nice bet here if you're going a straight up ASIC is probably your 9.5 L7, but all the rumors about this year, like I just don't know. I feel this thing is going to be very outdated soon. I know we're thinking, how could the L7 be updated? This thing is a beast when it comes to that. Yeah, it is. It's still probably going to remain profitable even in the next bull run, but it's not going to be as good as everyone thinks, because I do feel that script is probably going to have a hash rate surge. And again, just like everything else, it comes down to efficiency, not necessarily price of your ASIC. So you do want that efficiency, because our largest bill as a miner is our power bill. So that's the biggest thing. If the most you can mitigate that power bill to be as low as possible, that's going to make you the most amount of money through crypto mining. And that's why I feel these things, this is going to be not very good anymore. It's still going to be profitable, guys. Don't get me wrong. It'll probably still be profitable for most people's power. But if the L9 emerges sometime at the end of this year, it's obviously going to be better than the L7. You know, if the hash blades release end of this year, it's 1 billion times better than the L7. If JazzMiner script miner releases by the end of this year, and JazzMiner has always defeated Bitmain, I feel the L9, which as good as that thing is going to be in a monster, way better than this. Like I'm hearing reports of around 16 gigahash at like 3,000 watts or something, you know, less power than the L7 9.5 version, but, you know, almost twice the hash rate, slightly less, which is awesome, right? But I feel Bitmain's L9 might be the worst miner of the three that are coming. So that's big to think about, which obviously we're seeing something twice as efficient, twice the hash rate in the L9 over the L7, which already makes the L7 look good. But that's also the worst miner of the three new ones that are coming. Is crazy. And that's why I'm really up in the air on telling anyone. I've been telling people this for a couple months now that, you know, they've been throwing sales out. They're getting rid of their stock. They want to drop off these miners. They're ditching them on everyone because they know they have something coming. So just be ready for it. It's not because they just want to, you know, sell more miners. Well, obviously they do, but they want to get rid of their inventory. They want to get as much money as they can. So that's why they're dropping these, and they're going to drop the big boys on us very soon. So I don't know what miner to actually get right now. That's why I'm really up in the air. And that's why I'm also looking into Bitcoin a bit with the ordinals and everything going on. You know, 2025, when Bitcoin gets very busy and people start dropping JPEGs, we could see massive profits happen on Bitcoin. It could definitely happen. I don't know if that's actually going to happen or not yet, but it could. But I'm way up in the air. I still want to lean towards a script miner. I just don't know how much hash rate's going to hit, because if too much hash rate hits, script has not hit an insane level where it just explodes in hash rate. It's been a nice gradual incline. So profits have been remaining fairly steady all the time. But we may get hit with something hard here if JazzMiner, Hashblades, and Bitmain drop new miners at the end of this year all at the same time, and bam, it's just all over the place. So we're going to see something crazy happen here, and that's why I'm up in the air on saying, you know, I don't think anyone should get an L7 at this point, because there's way too much uncertainty out there right now. What are your thoughts on Ironfish? I have no idea. I'm hoping. We're all hoping. You know, Ironfish, it has potential to obviously see some huge price gains. Will it? I have no idea. I have no clue. It's all in hopium right now. It's new. It's efficient. You know, it's great. Mine what you can. Hopefully it pumps. You know, if it doesn't pump, I guess we lost a little bit of power there trying to mine it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know the future of Ironfish. I'm not sure. One thing, have you, any of you guys use KDX? Have you guys been using KDX or not lately? You know, that's the Caspa node. So they did have a new update on their Caspa node for Windows. KDX, I got 1.12.3 or something. I can't remember what it is, but they have an update there, and I didn't update it forever. And all of a sudden I tried running. My node won't connect to the network anymore. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess I finally got to update it now. So I updated it, and it still won't connect. So maybe I just got to uninstall the whole thing and just erase it and start from scratch. And maybe there's some issue there, or something's wrong with the KDX app. I don't know. Any of you guys using KDX app right now having any issues? Because I'm curious, because I'm not sure. I haven't really looked into it much because, yeah, but we'll see. Once dev and investor unlocks are around the corner, we'll see another pump. That'd be the time to sell. Yeah, that's a year away. So for sure, that's about when, what is it? It's 1 year to unlock from time of release. So they got 1 year to go. So next May, around next May is when they're going to unlock that. But then they have another like unlocking sell period for another year or something like that, which makes it 2 years. And then that's like almost jumping into bull run time. So it's going to be interesting how everything is timed as well. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Now remember, a lot of these altcoins, some of them pump, a few weeks to a month before Bitcoin hits all-time highs. Like we saw Cadena goes up, down, boom. If you see a massive spike happening on a coin you're holding, I know everyone out there saying, oh, it's going to go higher. It's going to go to 1 million. It's going to go to this. This is good. Oh, the bull run is going to be insane. We see this all the time. Bitcoin's going to 1 million. This is going to 1 million. This is doing that. This is doing that. Hold, hodl. That's what you're going to see all over the place. But whatever coin you are holding, if you see it spike, not financial advice, guys, do your own thing. But I'm just saying, if you see it start to spike massively, just shoot up like a rocket, it's probably a good time to sell, because it's probably going to dump and you'll never see that again. I'm not saying it won't happen again, but it might. Let's just look at some of these. Let's take a look at a couple coins. Let's get an idea of what I'm kind of talking about here. Let's go to coin market cap. Bam. Okay, why? Good. Dark mode. There we go. So let's look at Cadena. KDA. Let's take a look at Cadena here. So let's do all. And right here. Right there, zoom out, zoom in. There we go. So here's Cadena. So when did it start doing its real big rally? Right here. So November 17th. No, actually, it's October 17th, isn't it? Yeah, it's October 17th. October 17th. It peaked at November 11th. So Remembrance Day. So here it was about 2 weeks. It was a constant uphill rally. Now the big boom was on the 2nd to the 11th. So you had 8 days in there, and then it went down and it's never recovered. So here we go. So if you see something like start rocking, remember, you want to sell. You don't want to sell here. You could try, but this has already happened. If you try to sell here, you're not going to probably sell because everything's already going down. So you want to try to sell it in almost at the top, because that's when all the volume and buyers are coming in. So you're going to want to, if you start seeing something rocket for a few days and it's up like a lot, then you're going to want to be like, all right, I'm going to dump my coins because that's that. And then obviously it's done. And that's it. See, boom, done. And this happened about, so that's 11/11. That was a few days before the second Bitcoin pump, I believe. Now let's just look at Bitcoin. That was 11/11. Let's take a look at BTC. Let's look at the second pump here. Bitcoin second pump was, it was just after. Okay, so this one was actually after the Bitcoin pump. As you can see, Bitcoin hit its all-time high on the 9th of November. And so Cadena was actually right about here in this area. Oh, where's 9th of November? November 11th, where are you? That's 9th. So just before, in this area here, Cadena just went kaboom right after Bitcoin. So a lot of money might have just flocked out and went to Cadena. What else we got? Let's take a look at some other coins. Ravencoin. What did Ravencoin do back then? Let's go to all. Oh, look at this. So when was this? Let's check this out. Ravencoin. When did it peak? It was the first one. So this happened, what the heck? The February 20th, way before the Bitcoin pump. And then, okay, let's go back. That was the highs? Okay, that's interesting. When did Bitcoin? So Bitcoin pumped over here. So yeah, anytime in 2025, it looks like, because some coins do pump early, obviously, but this is way early. Like the all-time highs on Ravencoin was at the start of the year. Look at that. Here's Ravencoin's pump, and this was in February 20th. Like freaking over half a year before Bitcoin actually hit its all-time high. So 2025, it's open game. Anywhere from January to freaking December. If you see your coin start to rocket, start dumping. Just be very careful. Be very careful. So like I said, this is February 20th and Bitcoin was November 9th or something. And Ravencoin hit it's all-time high in February. So we're coming up to that bull run, 2025. If you start seeing your coin start to pump, unless you want to hodl, but remember, it's going to be everywhere. You know, even during this, you know, Ravencoin probably went to this right here again, and everyone's saying new all-time high, new all-time high. Just ignore social media, ignore everything. If you see your bag just exploding, you should probably, you know, it'll be a safe bet to dump it and see what happens. You know, maybe you timed it close to the top, maybe you didn't, doesn't matter. Point is, you're not going to be right here. By the time it gets to this, hopefully you have your bag and you can just buy back and quadruple your holdings and stuff like that. Or you sold it and bought a Lambo, depending on how much you have. I don't know. We'll see. What other coins are there? What else should we check out? Kind of timeline. So that's crazy. I didn't realize Ravencoin pumped so early in that year. February 20th, in 2 months, the world will be still. If you start to see, what is it? Then all naysayers are the trolls. That's very true too. Yeah, very taped that. So you know, when did Flux pump? Let's see a timeline. Now I'm not saying these timelines are going to be the same, but it's just a rough idea, you know, to give yourself an idea of when, you know, when things kind of pump. Because some coins do pump a little bit prior to the Bitcoin pump, and then other ones do it a little bit after. And just, you know, 2025 is going to be a wild ride. So what do we got? Okay. What? 2022. Is that right? That's interesting. Am I on Flux? This is Flux. When's this? So this is when Bitcoin pumped. Wow. Flux actually hit its all-time high the following year. Interesting. So this was actually in 2022. January 12th, 2022 was when Flux actually did this. So this is actually about 2-3 months after Bitcoin pump. So obviously, you know, what could have happened here is Bitcoin's going down. Everyone's looking for a coin or something that, you know, someone's trying to make money and stuff somewhere. So maybe a whole bunch of money then went from, you know, actually what happened in the timeline here, we went from Bitcoin, then we saw the Cadena spike, and then Cadena tanked, and then we see a Flux spike. So maybe we've seen a movement of where money went. So yeah, 2025 is crazy, and even some coins following that into the early next year. Now remember, what happened in 2022? That was the end of last year. That's when we started, you know, the bottom came in later on in 2022. And 2022 is going to be our 2026. So keep that in mind. End of 2026, we're going to be back into, you know, these type of ranges, and we're going to be on the bottom in that bear market. And then 2027 is pretty much where we are like right now. But yeah, that's just an idea to get a hold of ideas. So yeah, 2025, guys, if you start seeing things rocketing off, don't be afraid to take profits. Everyone's going to be telling you to hold the crap out of your coins. Now, this is not financial advice. Obviously, you got to make your own decision and decide. We don't know when things are going to top. We don't know if we're going to see double or triple pumps on coins. But, you know, just if you start seeing things rocket, you know, it's probably a safe bet to start taking profits, because towards the end of the years and stuff, it's just going to be back down again. But yeah, just keep an eye on things, guys. Keep an eye on things. We're getting into a very interesting time. You know, we're about a year and 4 months. We're a year and less. About a year and 4 months is away from when that bull run is actually going to start. So it's just crazy. When's the Bitcoin halving from now? Let's take a look. When is Nice Hash telling us that the Bitcoin halving is happening? Nice Hash. It's going to tell us. Forks and countdowns. Remember, do not count this, you know, 100%. So we are 311 days away. Now, the thing you want to pay attention to, so we don't have any confusion with like some other halvings that people are like, oh, it got delayed or it's canceled or something. That didn't happen. The only thing you got to pay attention to is the event block height. So once it hits this block, it's going to happen. It might be 100 days after it's saying right now. It might be 100 days before that. Obviously, it's not going to be that big of a gap, but it could be within a week or two later before or something. And nothing got delayed. Nothing happened sooner. It just happened based on the difficulty and the hash rate of the network. Depending how many blocks get found each day and everything leading on there, sometimes there's more, sometimes there's less as hash rate moves off and on. We have to hit this block height. Once that block height is hit, the halving will occur. So we can't take this time frame as set in stone. It's definitely going to change. You check this thing next week, it'll be probably something totally different. Now it's saying April, so earlier than May. So we'll see. So if it, let's say this is April 4th. So I am guessing if the halving did happen in April 4th, we'll start seeing the prices. We'll see something happen, you know, fairly shortly after, but we're not going to see an actual beginning of the bear market for probably 4 or 5 months after this. So April, May, June, July, August. So August, September. So end of summer, just what I guess I was saying earlier. I figure end of summer next year is when we'll start to see prices really start to rally. It's not going to be huge and explosions, but we're going to start things going up, and it's going to be consistently going up. And then in 2025, we're going to see rockets and Lambos and moons and fireworks and explosions and Peppy pigs and who knows what other crazy stuff will be popping around. And yeah, I just threw Peppy in there. Guys, please don't do anything crazy with a Peppy. I thought it was Matthew 2 cents Mark and John stayed it and it slept like crazy weekends. Trolls will tell you it's not a pump. Very true. And they'll tell you to hodl forever because, yeah, whatever. They don't want people to sell. They want to go higher and higher and higher. But take profits, guys. It's 100% okay. And you guys that were here and saw the previous bear market leading into the last bull run, you see what's going on with these schedules and timelines and things. So, you know, it does the same thing every time. And we keep hearing it's different this time. It's blowing higher. It's going longer. You know, it is going longer. It is getting bigger each time, but it's not different. We are going to be followed by a bear market after that bull run again, and it's probably most likely going to happen around the same time. The last 3 or 4 have happened at within, you know, the same week or so, you know, almost to the day, not quite, but it's crazy. Peppy Farm Bill. That'd be hilarious, Peppy Farm Bill. Oh my gosh. So do we have any other questions, guys? What hell is Apollo X1? So, oh yeah, let's talk about that. I forgot about that thing. Let's take a look at this guy, Apollo. So I don't know what it is, honestly. Like early concept. I've been you know, all these manufacturers, whether it's JazzMiner, Apollo, I do send them emails and stuff every couple weeks to try and stay on top of everything. But yeah, I still don't have. Where is it? This guy right here. So, you know, if you want this, I do have links in the description, so be sure to check it out. But we don't know what it is yet. So, I don't know. When they first started showing it, remember we saw the early GPU concept. This is obviously not a picture. Look at it. It's like AI. It's a concept design. So this is not what it is. This is still kind of a concept design, so I don't know what it is. But there is no legit picture of what this is. Now, there was early, I believe 2 months ago, I said, hey, you know, what is that new miner coming out and stuff? What's going on with it? It was like, they're still working on their concept, so they don't really know what it is. So I was like, okay, whatever. You know, some people are telling me they know what it is, but Apollo's telling me they're still working on concept designs. They don't even know what it's going to do at this point. So there's a lot of information always flying around everywhere. But at least right now we have specs and stuff on it. So as for looks and what it is, I have no idea. Here, you know, look here, it's saying it has an 8-pin and a 6-pin and an Ethernet cable at the side of a box. Here you look at it, it's a GPU. Obviously, this is different than this and so on. Other people are thinking, oh, it's an FPGA with a PCI slot and blah, blah. We have no idea. So as for looks and what it is, no idea. But we do know it's an ETH miner. It's got 6 gigabytes of memory. And it does about 300 mega hash, it says. So that's pretty much all we can go on this. It's pretty much like a new Apollo X16, but maybe it's quieter, maybe it's in a little box, maybe it's just a straight up FPGA. I don't really know, but that's all I know so far is that it's another ETC ETH miner. Most likely it can mine ZIL as well, and that's it. Now they are actually supposed to be they're supposed to be sending me one of these. So I'm not gonna lie about that. They emailed me back and said, we have an X1 coming out. Do you want to take a look at it? I was like, yeah, I do. Send it over. And now I'm waiting for them to reply. So we'll see what happens. But we'll see what happens. If they do send it, we'll get to the bottom of it. We'll figure out what the heck this thing does, how it does, and then we'll just have to go from there. But to me, right now, looking at it, it's another iPollo miner. It actually doesn't even look that as... What was the power on that thing again? It doesn't even look as good as some of the iPollos, actually. 240 watts, 300. Let me go into here, A6. 240... So 246. Oh, so it's about a V1 Mini. 245, 246. So it's better than the ETCs. You guys can't even see that. Oh my gosh, you guys can't see anything that I have here. This one? Oh, I guess that one will work. So it's better than the ETC Mini Plus. 245 watts, the same, but this is only 246 megas. So we got the V1 Mini, the SE. Is that what's the SE Plus? Now it looks like it's worse than the SE Plus, obviously here. So it'll be interesting to see just how well it actually performs. But I guess it's about on par. I'm gonna have to go with it's a V1 Mini in a different box, maybe. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what it looks like. And I actually have to, those numbers we just looked at, I have to redo them. Now, one, there's new iPollo firmware out now, which I don't have on my website yet. I still got to upload that to there. And two, people have been saying that the iPollos now with the last couple firmware updates are using more power. So I'm going to have to go through all my box miners again and see if they're using more power and what's going on with those, because maybe they're not as good as they used to be, or maybe you're better off with older firmware. I don't know. We'll have to check that out. How many RTM smart nodes do I have? One. I only got the one smart node. I don't have any more. Sadly, that I'm up in the air with so many things right now. What to do? So, let me see here. Where are we at? Where's it? I can't find it. Where's that thing that I used? There we go. Petunia. I don't know. I always want to sometimes just call it Petunia, but it's not. It's Petunia. So yeah, I got the one smart node. It is right here. Now if we click on it, engage. So what do we got here? I'm at 15.89% of an ROI on it. So in another 2,297 days, it will make enough coins to, I guess, give myself a whole new another smart node in theory based on that. But that's not what we're all about. You know, Raptorium pumps, obviously this thing's going to be worth a lot of money. 1.8 million Raptorium. Raptorium hits $1, that's $1.8 million. That's all I got to say right there. That's currently worth 189 USD. But yeah, here's all my rewards. Block height. Okay, 996. So we're getting about 996. Is it daily or every couple days now? Because there are a lot of nodes online. Sometimes it's daily. Usually it's every couple days. Because remember, there can only be X amount of blocks found per day based on, I think it's 720 blocks or something is found per day at 2-minute block times. And there's 935 nodes. Each node gets a reward every block, and it's in a queuing system order. So obviously there's more nodes than blocks found per day. So that's kind of what's going on with the reward system with the nodes. Also, Raptorium now has block reduction, kind of on par with what Caspa is currently doing. So it's going to be a lot harder to get your hands on Raptorium pretty soon, which, you know, in theory might lead to more price, things like that. But it's not as rapid as fast. Now, obviously, we started with the 1,000. They're going to the nodes. It's a... can't remember what the number was right off the get-go, but it's not dropping that much, but it is slowly dropping each month at this point. I love that queuing system order. Yeah, goes per block. Yeah, it's about 720 a day. Yeah, alrighty. So yeah, and what we got here? I think I'm getting 4 RTM a day on Sully. Hopefully it doesn't hit $1 someday. Oh, hopefully it does. I don't know why I said hopefully it doesn't. So I do have that node there, but I do have to check out. Oh, crap. I'm probably not logged in. Do I even have it? I don't even have it. Oh, man. Where is it? Interesting. Where's iNodes? I do have some in iNodes too, but I can't find. Oh, there it is. iNodes, engage. Click. Hold on. I gotta log in first, though. You guys hack all my stuff. There you go. Engage. Oh, it's not loading. I've been hacked. It's gone. All my Raptorium's gone. I'm just kidding. It's not. It's right here. Oh, where's the right screen? So I also got some in iNodes. I'm at 319 now in iNodes. So what I'm actually doing here is all my rewards that are coming from the node is going to my wallet. But then from there, you know, once a week, you know, I should just set it up so everything goes directly into iNodes. But I like to keep track of everything I'm getting. So once a week or whenever I remember, I just take my wallet and I send it into iNodes. So this is a bunch that, you know, we're getting so far. So we got the original node. And now we got 320 inside of iNodes, which is kind of stacking away. So what are we getting here? So it looks like per day right now. It's very interesting. When I had very little amount in here, like we could see the rewards. Show more. Show more. We can't see anymore, but we can see 111, 118, 112, and then like at this point, oh, we're not even seeing that. But I remember a long time ago, it was like, you know, 5, 10, you know, 20, 50, so on. But now we're like hitting levels where we're like 113, 128 and stuff. So it's like, obviously, as you add more and more into your node, you're earning more and more through that, which helps stacking faster. So you're over 2 million. Yeah, I guess I'm over 2 million now. What am I at actually? So 1.8 in there plus the 3. Yeah, I'm at like 2.1, I guess, in theory. 300, so 1.8, 9, 10. Yeah, I'm about 2.1 million Raptorium, I guess. Yeah, over 2 mil. I never actually added them together yet till now. How fast can you ROI on Monero mining? Is it still good? Monero has been, you're not going to ROI anything fast on Monero mining, but it has been, you know, at least profitable, even at 11-cent power and stuff, where it never used to be profitable for a long time. Let's just CPU mining. I don't have it saved in here. I can't even spell that right here. Oh, so it shows up in Google right there. Let's see what a 3900X is looking like. So I do want to go 14, 1, 2, 3. Let's adjust this to, what was that? I can't remember. What was that? 26? I don't remember. Bam. What's going on with Yatacoin? I got to see if these numbers are accurate or not. I'm going to do that right now, because I want to know what's going on over there, because mining pool. Yatacoin. What are you doing, Yatacoin? What are you doing? You lying to me? Or we tweaked? So we got 348. 348. Network. Oh, it's not reading the proper network. It's down a little bit. 00877. Yeah, the price and everything is right. It's showing a little less hash rate, not much. So it's actually probably is pretty darn good right now. I'm gonna have to try it out, see what's happening. Various coin. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, whoa. I gotta look at this again. Oh, nice. Okay. Experiment. I love it. So I haven't mined Yatacoin for a while. Well, they lost their exchange there when XBitron went. Yatacoin was in the middle of a nice pump, and then XBitron got hacked, and then they haven't really recovered. But now there's like no volume anywhere. But Yatacoin was good on there, and now, but a lot of miners left, it looks like. So what were we at here? I remember when this thing was around this hash rate, I used to put on my node and solo mine it, and I got more than what's currently on. So I'd probably be around 60 or 70% of the network hash rate right now if I went online. And I like to do this sometimes. I remember one time this was down to like 200 kilohash, and I have like 450, 500 kilohash or something of random X, and I'd slam this with my node, and I just like, it was awesome, because this would all be found blocks from me, and it'd just be blank and nothing else. And then it was the unknown, like 60% hash rate. And it's like, then I go to the Discord. Don't worry, not hacking you. No attack happening. I'm just playing with my node. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. And, you know, I might have to do it again, because I see the hash rate is pretty low now. Fun times. Anyway. What do we got here? Oh yeah, we were looking at XMR. I totally got sidetracked there by seeing low hash rate on Yata. Oh yeah, Yatacoin had that halving as well. That's right, but the point is the hash rate's low, so that's good. Stack it up while everyone's gone. Take over the network. Anyway, what do we got here? Monero, are you still here? So yeah, Monero is making 7 cents. Now, obviously, it's not much, 36 cents on free power. But the point is like it's actually profitable, which is crazy. Crazy. 7 cents. Well, 7 cents on XMR. You know what? Let's take a look at this again. Let's just do this one more time. 3070, most popular GPU out there. It's not anymore. I don't think it is. This is like 2-year popularity. Everyone's saying how great it was going to be for the future. It's not. New gens come out all the time. Nothing's going to last more than a year, no matter how good it looks. Well, let's see here. Oh, Peppy Pow. I'm not going to start laughing again, but that's 11 cents. But look at this. Ironfish is second place, 3 cents. XMR is more profitable than frickin' the second best coin on a 3070. So it's not bad. You know, XMR is more profitable than GPU mining Ironfish, but you know, you are getting 11 cents here. Did it change the difficulty again? Let's see. Let's go back to not Ironfish. Why am I looking at Ironfish now? I want, Peppy Pow. It's down to 3.6. What was it earlier? Do you guys remember? 3.6. Go back to GPUs. Yeah, 3.68. Same thing. Yeah, it hasn't changed. Still the same. Alrighty. But yeah, so obviously XMR is not the best, but it's actually looking not too bad compared to some other alternatives out there. Do you mind Dero with a 7950X with Hive OS? I set up one yesterday. I'm getting billed as a GPU rig, but not when I mine RTM or... That's interesting. No, I got my 7950X is actually in my workstation, but I wanted the APU, your GPU in there, your integrated graphics. Do you have it disabled? You might have to disable it for that because it might be reading your GPU, your integrated graphics as a GPU, which would then charge you for a GPU. Every Pepe, second Pepe, word Pepe, you Pepe, say Pepe. Oh my gosh, I just read that. Oh, crazy. All right, guys, but we have been here for a while, so we're going to Rabid causing panic. Causing panic with what? What are you talking about? You made them panic. Made who panic? Miners left Yada after having Irewide. Soon Avian will be better again. Damn, Veriscoin is dropping. Oh yeah, Veriscoin profitability. That's what I've been doing. I wanted to look today at what else I should mine. So, did I get a block yet? Oh, imagine if I just hit refresh and that said block found 1. That'd be awesome. That would be absolutely awesome. So we're at 182 terahash right now. But, where is it? Yes.
Dragonfly.
Oh, nice.
It's a yellow.
Cool. Little one caught a dragonfly. Okay, I don't know what I was looking at now. I got too many stuff open. I got close. Where's my luck pool? And I must have got rid of it. Miner intake. All right, I'm just gonna do a fresh one. Luck pool. Oh yeah, workstation's down. Makes sense. I'm streaming right now. So yeah, profitability has been dropping. I looked at that this morning. I'm like, okay, I got to go through and look through the coin situation, see what I should swap to, because yeah, I'm down to $18.64. Now the merge mine, I'm almost up in the air though, because I kind of want to wait until the merge mine coin and stuff releases to see if I see a boost in the profitability. When was the last time I found some blocks? 3 hours ago, 8, a day ago. So it's obviously the blocks. Solo blocks are slowing right down. Where's Virus hash? What are we looking at for the network? Virus coin. 245. So I'm assuming the 245 is probably looking real now. Zerg pool is the second best pool here. Price is down a little bit. Yeah, so I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to look them coins, see what things are looking like, and probably move to something. I just don't know what yet. Dragonfly, OMG, cool. Yeah. She loves dragonflies. A lot of them just land on her. She has like, we went fishing the other day, yesterday actually, and there's like 2 little dragonflies and they just landed on her nose. It's like, what? That should be a website. What else to mine? That should be a website. What else to mine? That's hilarious. That's funny. I should make a t-shirt like that. What else to mine? what to buy. At least you can get your funds back. I'm still waiting for Xbitron to finally. Yeah, when are I gotta check up on that? When is Xbitron gonna open? Because I think that might bring in another Yata coin surge, possibly, because that's where everything was previously. 3 Fox Co. Yeah, a little bit late there. Very late. We're about to wrap this thing up now. We've been here for a while. I got a bunch of videos to figure out what I'm gonna make on and things like that, but I do appreciate everyone for showing up. I do have to take off. It's getting, I'm like sweating. It's getting very hot now. I'm probably overheating. Yeah, actually, before we go there, I get to check on this miner. How hot is it right now? Oh, it's not too bad, actually. 58 and 72. I think it's like 35 down here now, though. Pretty insane. You guys can't even see the temps, can you? No, you can't. There, now you can. So 58 on the inlet, 72, 73 on the outlet. Getting pretty warm. Getting pretty warm, but it's still not bad. Anyway, guys, I do got to wrap this thing up. Wherever my buttons are. There we go. I will see you all in the next one. Rabid out.